Hey guys, wanted to make a video today talking about a news article I saw where it's being said that using the term snowflake to describe a snowflake, a overly sensitive and easily offended person, is damaging to their mental health.
You are not special. You are not a beautiful or unique snowflake. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.
Snowflakes, or the easily offended, easily triggered college-age students these days who want to cling to their safe spaces and be treated a certain way because they were overprotected as kids and never exposed to reality of the world, are in the news today saying that the term snowflake causes them mental health problems, and because the term is used to describe how sensitive they are. When will you overly sensitive, easily triggered, and offended people realize that the real world is going to be hard and it is going to chew you up and spit you out? This world isn't built on friendliness and nice and, oh, that person said something offensive. No, it's built on being a productive member of society and understanding that there are going to be hard times and hard things are going to be said about you or to you. You have to respect and understand that. The world is not a safe space, and you're going to hear things that oppose your views of the world. Being called a snowflake is damaging to mental health, young people say. Figures show a majority of young people think the term is unfair, and even more think it can have a negative effect of its own.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
These snowflakes, or extremely sensitive people, need to understand that it's only going to get worse. You are hindering educational progress and learning experiences and life experiences that you could be having if you weren't so easily offended by someone with a slightly varying worldview who may have a different opinion of things. If you would look at it in the perspective of, you know what, yeah, I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to get all sad and, oh my God, the world's so hard. I want my participation trophy. I need a place for me to be me. No, it's not going to work. That's not the real world, and you need to be prepared for it. You are hindering education. You want dorms to have safe spaces. Dorms should be a place of education and learning and growing and getting to know your fellow man. It is not a place that, oh, you can't say anything that might offend me here. No. That's not what a dorm is. They also want college newspapers to be safe spaces. Why? Why is it so hard to think that there may be someone with a different worldview from you that you may grow and learn from? You want to be a productive member of society and you want to gain from these educational tools and experiences and take your, higher learning and put it forward into a real job. Well, you're gonna have to get real and realize that the world doesn't work this way. There is not a safe space in your career. You're not gonna have a room full of bubbles and coloring books and soft music to soothe you when I'm emotional. No. That's not how it works. I'm sorry. You have to grow up and realize that the real world is going to eat you alive if you come out of college with this mindset. It's saddening to see that our young people, our future minds and future leaders are so easily offended by everything. You can't even have a varying opinion without offending someone. Look at the teaching assistant in Canada who showed a debate about pronouns between Jordan Peterson and a trans person. This teaching aide got sent to a cabal of 3 people because one of her students or one of the students in the classroom was offended. She had to sit there and defend her stance where she was unbiased, did not inflect her opinion on it, and had to defend that? Are you guys so sensitive that Lindsay Shephard, the teacher, couldn't show you a video that says, you know what? Here's a different worldview. Here's a different thought. This is what the real world's like. You're going to have to get used to this. No. So she has to go face this tribunal of 3 people telling her that she's wrong. Thank God she secretly recorded it, or she probably would have been on probation or even potentially lost her right to her grad school program because of some freshman triggered 18-year-old who can't see an opposing view. Get over it. You say that the word snowflake and being called a snowflake doesn't help your mental health, but the real world isn't going to help your mental health. If you think the real world is just going to take you by the hand, hand you a participation trophy, and say, good job, you are a great human and you've done nothing, but here's your participation for society. It's not going to happen. You must realize that. You need to toughen up and realize not everything is a microaggression or something that should cause you to have negative feelings.
Did I just hear someone use a microaggression?
And even if it does, you should be big enough and well adjusted enough to understand that that person is allowed to have an opposing view or a different opinion on a topic, and you can't be able to just run to your safe space. What are you going to do when you hit the wall of your career and you're so overly emotional that you're going to be running to HR about ridiculous things that don't matter because you hear a bad joke, because you hear someone say something? Are you serious right now? Oh my God, they aren't taking my feelings into consideration. I can't do this. I'm sorry. The world is not going to coddle you or shield you like your parents and others did. This is the real world.
Welcome to the real world.
Get used to it kicking you in the crotch occasionally, because it's gonna happen. You can't be so easily distressed by ideas that vary from your own. You are going to be constantly challenged in life, and you are going to have to cope and deal with that. There are going to be people out in the world who you're going to hate, but that doesn't mean you should let it affect your mental health so heavily that you have to have a place where I have my coloring books and bubbles and nice music because this place is mine and I don't want to hear their ideas. That's not what college should be about. That's not what life is about. Hell no, it's not. And you're in for a rude awakening because honestly, you're going to be screwed. You're going to find people out there like me who have a different worldview than you. You're going to find others who have extreme worldviews. And that doesn't mean we can't have our own worldviews. We are individuals, and you have to understand that my freedom of speech is as important as your freedom of speech. And if you don't agree with that, and you want to limit what people can say, what pronouns they can use, this is just like the Yale student who screeched and yelled, berated a professor over not knowing or wanting to create a safe space because it is an institution of education. You're going to be challenged. And you know what? I'm going to show you that video right now.
Because other people have rights too, not just you.
Walk away. Walk away. He doesn't deserve to be listened to.
Create an unsafe space here for
I
all.
did not.
Stay quiet. For all Zooming students. You understand that? As your position as master, it is your job to create a place of comfort and home for the students that live in Silliman. You have not done that. By sending out that email, that goes against your position as master. Do you understand that? Then
No, I don't agree with that.
Then why the fuck did you accept the position?
Because
Who
I have
the fuck hired you?
I have a different
You
vision
should
than you.
step down! If that is what you think about being a master, you should step down! It is not about creating an intellectual space! It is not! Do you understand that? It's about creating a home here! You are not doing that!
You're supposed to be
going
our
against
advocate!
that. You should be at the event last night when you hear a Franco say that she doesn't know how to create a safe space for her freshmen in Silliman! How do you explain that? These freshmen come here, they think this is what Yale is? Do you hear that? They're gonna leave, they're gonna transfer because you are a poor steward of this community. You should not sleep at night. We're out, we out. You're disgusting.
The student belittles the professor and person who runs the dorm and wants the dorm to have a safe spot where they don't have to hear opinions they may not like. But running over someone like this, you are a disrespectful piece of garbage. And you know what? Yale, wherever, should not pander to you. That is not how the world's going to be, and I'm glad that professor took a stand. On my final note, just because you were so sheltered as a child does not mean that is how the real world's going to be. And I'm going to talk to you softly, because if you are a easily triggered, offended, whatever, snowflake person, you know, millennial. I'm a millennial and I have no problems with people running over me or talking at me or having different worldviews. You know why? Because I didn't receive participation trophies. I didn't get told that I'm special and unique all the time. And I realized the real world is not going to be easy. And you need to realize that. You need to stop crying about everything and realize the world is going to eat you up and spit you out if you don't change. And you know what? Hopefully I melted a few of you snowflakes.
Karen, I don't feel well.
Frosty, you don't look so good.
Karen?
Thank you for watching the video, guys. A little side note, recorded it earlier. The sound didn't come through, so I had to re-record it. And you know what? It came out better this time, so thank you. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you like what I do here. We'll have another video for you tomorrow. Really appreciate you watching the video. Go ahead and throw a like on it as well. Put in any comments you'd like. I'd love to talk to you, hear your thoughts. Anyways, have a great evening. And for those of you, if I have any viewers in the Los Angeles or Ventura County area, I really am hoping for the best for you and that they get those fires under control. Again, thank you and have a great night.